the back of the pack.
Oh, that's a nice way to put it. That's one hell of a bingle, I'll say. No question. Oh, they rushed in there, boy.
I couldn't get away the way Smithy rushed away from the start. He was like a dog out of the boxes. He just said, there's the green flag, I am off. And of course, let's not take it away from John Smith. He's a former Australian TQ car champion, John Smith. And he knows how to handle cars, don't worry about that. Oh, there's some skill out there, Rod, that's for sure. Let's, you know, I mean, this is all good, hard, tough sedan racing, but you've got to have the skill to keep yourself sorted out. And all those fellas managed to keep themselves sorted out despite what tit-tat was going on. Now let's see how they are reorganised in the field. A caution flag is coming here and a caution flag going on Gary Bevan. And a caution flag on Peter Garrett. Bevan and Garrett have been officially cautioned. Little bit of a tate-a-tate. John Smith will be our race leader when the flag goes green. Let's have no two ways about that. Coming into the main straight, we're letting him go. John Smith away. Bevan's going hard into turn one. He's got it sorted out all right though, and he's up into third place at the moment. It's John Smith away from Graham Lilford. Gary Bevan holding down third, the little mini trying to climb in the boot. Oh, McHugh's shoveled his nose in underneath Bevan there. Bevan's leaning back on top of McHugh. McHugh's leaning out on Bevan. Oh, he threw it across the front of McHugh. Oh, magic speedway. Look at these three. McHugh's pushing Bevan out of the way. Oh, wow-wee. Oh, unbelievable. That cannot be. To say mine, but I'm going to hold my feelings. Gee whiz, it's top speedway as it ever. John Smith is in the lead. Graham Lilford is in second place.
There's some damage there.
There's a black flag out, Rod. A black flag.
Oh, yes, a black flag here.
Can we get a message what car the black flag is for?
Could you check the black flag for us, please? Officially and positively.
The black flag is officially for car 14, Paul McHugh.
Paul McHugh has been excluded. Paul McHugh excluded.
That's the word from the tower, Rod. We'll see how
yes, here it is. There's the black flag of Paul McHugh. McHugh with the black flag. He has been excluded. Bevan gets the black flag too, and obviously that was because he got out of the car and broke his harness. I'd say that would be the reason.
Righto, Rod, I missed that. I was getting confirmation from the tower. Now let's see what's happening here. Race has been declared. I would imagine car 41 John Smith first, car 67 Graham Lilford second, and I'll need an official check from the lap scorers on the minors. We'll get it from the steward. 41 Smith I think would be first, 67 Lilford would be second, and we'll wait for the official third placing. It'll come through in just a moment. We don't have that. All right, so that settles down the tension. That settles down the activity that was on circuit there at that point of time. And 41, John Smith in the Smith Smash Repairs Monza is officially declared first. 67, Graham Lilford in the Street and Strip A9X Tirana is officially declared second. We'll settle back for Heat 2 of the Wins or Lose Production Sedan Stars Sprint.
Gary Searle in the John Manning's Motors AU1, XU1.
Carl Jeffrey, the current New South Wales champion in the Camaro.
And let's welcome Carl Jeffrey, the current New South Wales champion in the Camaro, number 7. Welcome back to the International Motordrome, Carl Jeffrey. Dennis Goodwin is an additional starter. Dennis Goodwin, Roslyn apparently given him the money to build a car again. And Dennis Goodwin in there in 31, the additional starter. But Carl Jeffrey, the current New South Wales champion. That gate is open. 37 is there. That's Peter Unwin. Dennis Smith down there, the gate open. They were calmed down a little by the yellow light. That's Searle. Outside of him is Unwin. Then Stu Robertson. Brian Burrell in 18. Now yellow light. Yellow light. We've got McEwen coming here. Don McEwen in the Monza. Officially third in the previous event was Peter Garrett, 51. They start to line up now under the yellow. Yellow still there. Wow, and Searle really got away there. He got a fly. As a matter of fact, he got a fly of about 80 metres or so away from Peter Unwin. There's Bucks Burrell going up into third place, followed by Stu Robertson and then Carl Jeffrey. Dennis Goodwin on the inside of Don McEwen. Round the corner they come, and it's still Searle the leader from Unwin. Brian Burrell, then Stewie Robertson from Carl Jeffrey, followed by Dennis Goodwin and Donnie McEwen at the rear of the field. The yellow car, number 79, the lead car as they come out of turn 4 now. Under a little pressure here by Peter Unwin in 37 in second, then Burrell third, Stu Robertson fourth, Carl Jeffrey in 5th place, Dennis Goodwin is 6th, and last of all is Don McEwen, and there's McEwen and Dennis Goodwin in a tangle there, and Goodwin whipped around 2 or 3 times, but he's underway and going again, and still the lead car here is Sullings. Sullings under challenge now. Searle it is, not Sullings, Searle it is. Searle under challenge here by Stu Robertson, who's pinned him as they go past the pit gates. There's Dennis Goodwin in a little bother there. He got spun around a couple of times, but they're bunching up here as they come out of the turn. But it's Robertson now away here from Searle. No, there's Peter Unwin going up into second spot. Burrell getting pushed and slammed around there as they go through the corner. Don McEwen looking for open spaces, can't find any there. There's none there. Oh, boy! And Searle really got wheeled there. Yes, sirree. 1 lap to go, and Searle was wheeled right off the course. No question about that. But it's still the lead car here is Robertson, followed by Peter Unwin. And it's starting to sicken up. I think that Atson getting a little slower. Bucks Burrell looking for Unwin, and we'll get him as they come through. Yes, it's Robertson, Burrell, Unwin, then Carl Jeffrey and Don McEwen. Well, one hell of a lot of action again in that one. Great stuff indeed by the top drivers in Australia, and a very good win to Stu Robertson in a Datsun that I felt was getting a little tired. Bucks Burrell up there into second place, and Peter Unwin third. The time 157.546. 157.546, and here's Ross for the officials.
Rod, you feel sorry, but that was Gary Searle's first drive in A grade tonight, and to come up against the big boys like that, I suppose it's got to start somewhere, and that's how it started for Gary Searle.
And I didn't help him any by calling him Sullings a couple of times.
There's Stewie Robbo doing his lap of honour in the RH Taylor Datsun number 4. Car 18, Brian Burrell in the Burrell Haulage Mini was second. Car 37 of Peter Unwin in the Unwin Engineering Falcon was third. Car 7, Carl Jeffrey in the JC Performance Camaro was fourth. And car 118, Don McEwen in the Chevy Monza was fifth, with Gary Searle and Dennis Goodwin failing to finish the course. 157.546 157.546 the time. 157.546, and if you have got time to get a breath and a Coca-Cola, I suggest you do, because we are now about to broach the second round of the 1979 New South Wales Sprint Car Championships.
And Ross, if what we've seen as a lead up to this is any criteria at all, then we'll probably end up with palpitations before this night is out.
Right, car 12. May have drawn the pole position. Paul Rowlands is on the outside there. Victoria 1, Graham McCubbin is in there. They're the starters for the first heat. They're away. Blacklaw tried to bounce away quickly on the inside of Rowlands. Rowlands has the advantage though, but Blacklaw quickly looking for the inside. McCubbin doesn't want to muck around either, and he wants to push through there quickly, but Rowlands shuts that avenue off, and so McCubbin tools it right round the outside. It's Bob Blacklaw in front at the moment of Graham McCubbin. Then comes Paul Rowlands, followed then by the sprinter number 12. Steve Brady is back there in 5th place at the moment. There's Graham McCubbin making a fatal error, and he's dropped back a place, but it's Bobby Blacklaw, the guy who our eyes are on at the moment. Blacklaw speeding away down the main straight from Paul Rowland, followed then by Graham McCubbin, who's trying to squeeze through on the inside of Rowland, and he does so too. McCubbin goes up into 2nd place and sets out after Blacklaw now. It's Bob Blacklaw, our race leader, and he's starting to already leap away from the field. Graham McCubbin in 2nd place in car number 1. Paul Rowlands is running 3rd in car 52, followed by car 12. Steve Brady in car 42, and then the Canberra car number 15. But it's the bluey car of Bob Blacklaw going through turns 1 and 2, absolutely streeting them at the moment. Blacklaw's opened up a magnificent break, a shower of sparks coming from under the car there. Just wondering whether Blacklaw might be in some sort of bother. He seems to be tooling it along all right though. McCubbin's starting to get out after him in 2nd place as he's slowed down by the traffic. Right back here, 3rd is Rowlands, 4th is car 12. Then comes Brady in car 42 running 5th, and car 15 is running 6th. It's Blacklaw way out in front at the moment. In 2nd place in car number 1, Graham McCubbin, who went for an inside pass there but couldn't get one. Paul Rowlands running 3rd, car 12 is 4th. Then comes car 42 of Steve Brady, followed then by 15. Bob Blacklaw starting to move up to these minor place cars and looking like he's in a lapping mood at the moment. Here's trouble for Brady. He got out of it all right though, and Bob Blacklaw coming down the main straightaway looking for an insider on Brady. No, he won't let him through there, and Bobby Blacklaw getting round the outside of Brady now as Brady's in a bit of trouble. Bob Blacklaw in the blue car going down the back. Blacklaw away. Here's the rest of the field getting the move over. Blacklaw in 1st place. In 2nd place, Graham McCubbin. In 3rd place, Paul Rowlands. In 4th place, car 12. In 5th place, car 15. And then Steve Brady, who seems to have withdrawn from the event. Can't pick him up. Down the main straight we come. It's Bob Blacklaw really blasting away at the moment. McCubbin might have made up a little bit of ground, but that was only because Blacklaw was slowed down. Oh, McCubbin's gone! He'll have to get back on. No, he stalled it. Bad luck. He could have got back on, but he stalled, and it's blown. McCubbin might miss out. Bob Blacklaw the leader. Graham McCubbin made that fatal mistake. He spun out and couldn't keep it going to get back on again, and here's the checkered flag for Bob Blacklaw. Blacklaw 1st. 2nd place is going to go to car number 52, followed by car 15 that got up into 3rd place. Car 12 is 4th. And if Steve Brady keeps going, did he get back on the circuit? No, he's gone off again. We'll have to check that official 5th place, Rod. The official 5th place for us, please. All right, car 78 of Bob Blacklaw is 1st in the 1st heat. And a rather tragic spin out there by Graham McCubbin. With only a lap or so to go, he spun out. He tried to do the big 360 and keep it going, but of course once these cars stall, they're push starters, and he made the fatal error of stalling in that spin, and Graham McCubbin, I haven't checked forward on my program, yes, will get a chance in the repechage. There's Dick Britton moving away now. We'll have one more car to be fired up. Looks like one car in trouble over there. Looks like he's a bit hot under the collar. How can he be a sprinter and stop like that? Moving to the infield anyhow, the car in trouble there. Pit gate's still open at the moment, waiting for the water truck to move out. Water truck leaving the circuit. Guys settling down into their grid positions, and car number 20 of Rhonda Rogers was the car who was in trouble. And Rhonda is not going to start. Pit gate closes. And green, away they go. Car 25, Ryan Linnigan away quickly. The boys at the back of the pack, I think, might have been caught a little bit napping there, Dick Britton and Timmy Moncrief, but they're quickly starting to settle their way through. There's Vic Savage holding up proceedings a little bit, and Tim Moncrief finding it hard to get around him. Now he hooks to the outside, but Sid Moore is the boy who's bounced out in front. Sid Moore out in front of Brian Linnigan, then comes Dave Ladder. Oh, Ladder in trouble, Moncrief over the top of him, yes! Moncrief in trouble. Red light. Red light. All right, Moncrief picks up his spot. Set to go. And go we do. Sid Moore away. Second place at the moment, Brian Linnigan. Now Dick Britton moving up on the outside here of Vic Savage. Savage backed out a little. Tim Moncrief dives through on the inside. Dick Britton goes with him too. And down the back straight away, the leader is Sid Moore. Tim Moncrief, the Tasmanian, setting out after Moore now. And this is going to be a great battle between the two. It's Sid Moore crossing up, and this will give Tim Moncrief the chance to get closer to him. In third place at the moment, Brian Linnigan. Then comes Dick Britton in fourth spot, followed by Vic Savage running fifth. Down the main straight, Sid Moore. Tim Moncrief now setting out after him. Brian Linnigan running third. Then comes Dick Britton fourth. Vic Savage is fifth. Dave Ladder is sixth. Neil Taylor is seventh at the moment. But here's the interesting car race up front. Sid Moore and Tim Moncrief. Down the main straight, Moore and Moncrief, the two mighty M's on the Motordrome. Hammering down main straightaway. Brian Linnigan got a touch on the fence there. Dick Britton's trying to come through on the inside of Linnigan. And Britton endeavouring to pick up Linnigan at the moment. Down the main straightaway, Sid Moore and Tim Moncrief fighting hammer and tong for the race lead. Moore and Moncrief. Brian Linnigan bouncing into that fence again as Dick Britton goes through on the inside to pick up third place. Linnigan fourth, Ladder fifth, Taylor is sixth, and Savage is at the rear in seventh place. Sid Moore and Moncrief looking for a dive on the inside of Moore there, he couldn't get it. Moore and Moncrief, followed by Britton. Then comes Linnigan, Ladder and Taylor. Down the back they go. They have 4 laps to run from here, and it's Sid Moore at the moment. Away from Timmy Moncrief. Moore diving through. Moncrief looking for a way through too. Sid Moore squeezes through on the inside of Taylor. Tim Moncrief goes through with Moore too. Back in third place, Dick Britton. Fourth is Brian Linnigan. Fifth is Dave Ladder. As they come down main straight, it's still Sid Moore. Away from Timmy Moncrief, who's trying desperately to pick him up. Moore and Moncrief head down the back section, absolutely locked together. Moore in the lead. Moncrief making a dive on the inside. Moore and Moncrief down the main straight. Nothing between the two. Moore and Moncrief. Moncrief and Moore. These two having a great two-way battle up in front. It's Sid Moore. Here's a chance for Moncrief on the inside now. Sid Moore shuts the gate though. Sid Moore away from Timmy Moncrief. Moncrief and Moore. Where's... Oh, Moncrief's gone! Bang! Oh, boy, that's done it for the night. He's out. He made the desperate move. Ambulance is on its way.
Well, Moncrief came off the wheel of Moore there as he tried to make a move round the outside and really headed fence side. We're watching here very carefully to see that Timmy Moncrief is okay, slowing the rest of the field down, but as Ross said, that looks like paid to Moncrief's chances for the night. That was a real banger as he hit that fence very, very hard indeed.
Well, Rod, they're the chances you take, I suppose. Race declared. Race has been declared. We'll check officials for you. Let's get back to the action at the moment. Both the drivers were really hammer and tong the whole way, Moore and Moncrief, and they were really dicing it out. And Tim Moncrief elected to make an outsider. He's okay. There's the wave. Let's have a round of applause for Timmy Moncrief. He's okay. Oh, it's good to see you, well, very shakily to his feet. He's undoubtedly a very groggy man, Tim Moncrief, very groggy indeed, because he was really making a move at the time that he ploughed into the fence. There was no sort of braking or slowing down. He was full pelt at the time, and he was making a move on the outside of Sid Moore. The move didn't come off, and he collided very, very heavily indeed with the fence in turn one. But Tim Moncrief on his feet, no doubt very shaken, and the ambulance officer will keep Tim under his watchful eye for the next few moments until he regains his composure, and we'll check out the official top 5 placings from the stewards and lap scorers as soon as those 5 placings are known to us. And then we'll be able to settle down and take a look at the action of heat number 3.
So that's car 39 and 1, that's 1 in, that's Worthington. Car number 39 is Ron Bolt. Car number 85 is Farr, 31 is Race and Julian, 55 is Becker. Car number 14 I think is Bruce White. Is that a 4 or 14? That's Rush in 2. 14 is the black car. Frank Van Seville, the guy from Canberra. I think that's the car. We'll check that. We'll call him Frank Van Seville anyway. That's Worthington. Worthington on the outside of Bolt. St Julian. Car number 92 is Walsh. Brazier is in there too. That's Brazier is not on this program.
They've got the
Oh, right. That's it. Worthington. Well, N1 is Brazier, 1N is Worthington. Right there away, and the wind. Right, it's Worthington. It's Worthington out in front. Worthington now from Bolt, followed by Becker as he goes through there quickly. Far locked up a little bit. There's Rush making a quick forward move, and he skips up into 3rd place at the moment. But it's Worthington, the leader, away here from Becker, followed by Rush. Then comes Bolt from Far. Behind him comes car 92, and 92 is driven by Walsh, but all interest up front in these front 3 runners. And the leader is Worthington in one end. Oh, there's Rush coming through nicely into 2nd place at the moment. But it's Worthington away from Rush now, followed by Becker. Then Farr is behind him in 4th spot, followed by Bolt in 39, then Walsh. But down the back straight away they go, and it's still Worthington the leader. There's Rush looking for Worthington as he goes very high, and Rush skips through and takes up the running. That's Gary Rush now leading away from Worthington, followed by Becker, then coming Farr behind him. Got Bolt, followed then by 14, and that's White. And then behind White is Bolt in 39, and Race and Julian in car 31. But it's Gary Rush the leader. Rush away here from Worthington, followed by Becker, then comes Farr behind him in 85. Then 14 is White, followed by 92, and 92 is Walsh. Race and Julian in 31, but it's Gary Rush all over the leader at the moment as he goes into turn 1 of the white car number 2. followed there by N1, and that's Worthington. Then behind him is Becker in 55, followed by Farr in 85. Then comes the car 14 White, followed by Walsh in 92. 39 is Bolt. And then we've got Rush, at least he's got past Race and Julian. But Rush the leader as he goes past the wins and lose timer. Into turn 3 goes Rush. Here's the lead car passing us now. Rush in 2. Gary Rush skipping right away here from the second car. And that's N1, that's Worthington, followed by Becker and then Farr. Gary Rush. Oh, and there's a hook-up. Rush backed off a little. Don't blame him. Brilliant driving there by Rush. Into the corner he goes. Here's the lead car, number 2, passing the judge now. And that's Gary Rush. Into turn 1. We go back a long way there then. To car number, let's have a look here. That's car number 1, that's Worthington, followed by Becker, then Farr. Then we've got 14, that's White. That is Rush the leader. Rush into turn 1. Leading a long way now. Second place held down by Worthington. Then Becker in 55. 85 is Farr. But round the corner comes the leader, Gary Rush. There's 1 lap to go. White flag out for Rush in the car number 2. Second spot at the moment is held down a long way back here by the car number N1. Well, he's given it away now. Becker goes up into second place. Worthington third. But here's the leader and winner, and that's Rush. Rush first in car number 2. A long way back here now to a great race here for the minor placings, but it will be Becker that will come home in second place in 55. Becker second, followed then by N1, that's Worthington. 85 was Farr. And let's go back here to the car behind him. That'll be 14. That's White. Frank Van Seville, the driver from Canberra. But Gary Rush, a very, very clear winner. No question about that. The time recorded by Rush, 3:21.164. 3:21.164. Here's Ross for the official placing.
Well, a look at those placings, Rod. Gary Rush in the HM Headers Chevy number 2 was first. 55, Terry Becker in the Walker Racing Engine Chev was second. N1, Kev Worthington in the Walker Racing Engine Chev was third. 85, Dennis Farr was home in fourth place. And car 14, who I think is Frank Van Seville, in fifth place. 3 minutes 21.164 seconds is 3.5 seconds faster than the Bob Blacklaw time in heat number 1. There's Dick Britton coming past the main grandstand now. He's one of the leaders of the series at the moment. And his other series leader in the silvery blue coloured car coming down Main straightaway now is Bob Blacklaw. Now both of those fellows, Bob Blacklaw here coming past us now, no number on the car, and Dick Britton, who's going through turn 3 and 4 at the moment. Both of those drivers are sharing the lead in the series. And in third place is the very consistent Terry Becker in car number 55. That's after round 1. We have Bob Blacklaw and Dick Britton leading the series at the end of the first round, with Terry Becker in third place. Right, cars beginning to pick up their grids. There's Dennis Farr in the Motordrome vehicle. Settle down now, they're gridding up a lot better. Oh, look at that machinery. What a powerful pack of sprint cars is about to leap away in the final of the second round of the New South Wales Sprint Car Championships. Set back, hang on into something firm and get ready for the action of the New South Wales Sprint Car Championship Round 2. Watch for Graham McCubbin. Watch for Dennis Farr and Terry Becker. Dick Britton's well drawn. Gary Rush and Bobby Blacklaw. Here's the Speedway salute. To you, the people who have turned out tonight, what about returning the Speedway salute to the sprint car drivers? Return the salute to the guys as they move around, and this pack of methanol-sucking monsters is about to bounce away. 25 laps of the Newcastle International Motordrome, and what a cracker it will be. They're getting close now. They're starting to pounce away. This could be it. There's the green flag. It drops, and away they speed into the very first turn. And when I say speed, I mean speed. Oh no, we nearly got through there safely. We almost got through okay, but we didn't quite make it. A couple of the cars at the back of the pack got a little tangled up. We almost bounced away to a start, but not quite. All right, now we settle them down again, another 2 tidy rows, and we're ready to go with 25 laps. Right, okay, there's the green. Let's have a look how they all get sorted out this time. It's another wild charge of power-breathing action going into that corner. This time everyone's through. Taylor's had a spin. Vic Savage it is. Oh boy. Vic Savage has had a spin at the back of the pack. But how can you take your eyes off that action up the front? Some of those cars just seem to literally raise their front wheels up and head off after the action. There's no doubt about it. They're potent vehicles.
Did you see that, Gary Rush? Fair dinkum. Any self-respecting ferret wouldn't have gone through that gap, but he did. There's no argument about that. The man is absolute magic.
Well, Rod, I've had the pleasure of a couple of interviews with Gary, and I've just asked him about that technique. You know, what does he look for? And he said, Ross, I just look for holes. Wherever they appear, I go. And that's exactly what he does.
That's exactly
He
right.
doesn't worry about other cars. He doesn't worry about them getting crossed up. He doesn't look to see whether another driver is going to be in trouble or whether he's not going to be in trouble. He just simply looks for a hole to point his car in, and that's where he goes. Let's keep an eye on Gary Rush and Bob Blacklaw. Let's keep an eye on Graham McCubbin. Oh, they're starting to sprint early. Steady. Go. They're away. McCubbin got away quickly. Now let's have a look at Gary Rush. Oh, Dennis Farr's in trouble. Oh, and Vic Savage has climbed right up over the top of him. That car's still running too. Now he's cut it. He's cut it. And Vic Savage has climbed right up on top of poor old Terry Becker, is it? No, it's not, no. No, it's got to be Paul Rowland, I think. I think the guys will cut their cars here now, Rod, and wait for this mess to be sorted out.
I think there's only one way to describe that. One bloody great mess. Oh man, thank God none of them are hurt. They all look okay, but boy, what a bingle. Holy Friendly action takes place here at the Newcastle International Motordrome.
Let's see if we can identify them for you. There's Kev Worthington, there's Dennis Farr. I think that's Sid Moore in the middle of that tangle too, is it, in 97? Yep. Sid Moore's there. I think Paul Rowland and Vic Savage are the other two. What a monumental effort those drivers have put on. It's sort of like it's an art exhibition, isn't it? You know, it's like they've arranged themselves in
Abstract
art, we'll call that, yes. Yellow. Under yellow.
A lot. They could possibly be short on fuel, do you think?
Maybe by the eyes. Trouble at the start. Trouble. Capital T, trouble.
Oh, mate. There's a flat tyre. There's Worthington with a flat tyre, do you notice?
Still yellow. And away. Now let's see how we handle things this time round. Kev Worthington got out a bit high. We're through turn 1 and turn 2 okay. Gary Rush got shuffled back a bit there fairly smartly though. And we're through turns 3 and 4 okay. Graham McCubbin is the leader. From car number 15, Terry Becker going up to third. In fourth place at the moment, Sid Moore. Then follows through is the Kev Worthington. Bobby Blacklaw getting down low. Gary Rush is up high. Blacklaw looking for the way through on the inside of Brady. He can't find it on the inside. Brady is going out. Gary Rush got through there okay. Dick Britton is trying to fight a way through too. But at the moment it's Graham McCubbin who's our race leader in car number 1 from Victoria. Car 15 is in second. Terry Becker third. Sid Moore fourth. Gary Rush fifth. Bob Blacklaw is running 6th. Kev Worthington 7th. Dennis Farr 8th. In 9th place we have Dick Britton, and in 10th place we have Stan Guy in car number 12. Going down the back straight away, Victoria number 1, and heading into turn 3 and 4, Graham McCubbin is the leader. Graham McCubbin leading away in first place. In second place at the moment we have car number 15. In third place car 55. In fourth place is Rush in car 2, followed by Sid Moore in 97, and then Bobby Blacklaw in 78. But as they race down the main straightaway here, our race leader is Victoria number 1, that's Graham McCubbin, followed by 15. Then comes Terry Becker, followed by Gary Rush. Behind Gary Rush is Bob Blacklaw, and then behind Blacklaw we have Sid Moore in 97 with Kev Worthington next, and then comes Dennis Farr and Dick Britton. No change in the order at the moment. Graham McCubbin still leading away. The minor placing to the main tussle now as Terry Becker. Oh, Bob Blacklaw made an error there and allowed Sid Moore to get back on the inside. Neil Taylor's had a spin right in front there. Oh, boy. Way they go. Green. 13 to go from here. Gary Rush dives through on the inside of Terry Becker. Graham McCubbin away from Gary Rush, and the stablemates are out there first and second at the moment. Graham McCubbin away from Gary Rush, and it's Gary Rush who's really powering on his way now after Graham McCubbin. Can he try and hold Graham McCubbin? And here's a great battle going on between Blacklaw and Becker too, but it was Blacklaw who got through into third place. Becker is back to fourth. Now it's McCubbin at the moment. Away from in second place, Gary Rush. In third spot we have Bob Blacklaw. In fourth place, Terry Becker. In fifth place we have Sid Moore. In sixth place, Dennis Farr. But these cars really motivating into the corner now, and Graham McCubbin seems to be holding a handy advantage at the moment from Gary Rush. Gary Rush doesn't seem to be able to run Graham McCubbin down at the moment. It's McCubbin away from Rush, and then comes Blacklaw who's starting to really get mobile too. Blacklaw's setting sail after them, and at the moment it's Graham McCubbin leading away from Rush. Rush trying desperately to pick up McCubbin at the moment, but he can't make any impression. McCubbin, Rush and Blacklaw, and they're really scintillating around the Motordrome circuit at the moment. Graham McCubbin's got the break. Sid Moore in trouble. Sid Moore's had a spin. And the caution flag was out there too. Oh, Rush anxious to go. Away. Now McCubbin and Rush, the two stablemates. What can Rush do now to try and run down McCubbin with only 6 laps to go? No, McCubbin's certainly got the power on him at the moment. Yeah, he's not going to catch Graham McCubbin, I don't think. McCubbin seems to have it wrapped up. Rush in second place, Blacklaw running third, Becker is fourth. Then comes Dennis Farr, followed then by Dave Latta, who's doing fairly well. And Kev Williams, no catching McCubbin, mate. He is right going on with it. Graham McCubbin, Gary Rush, Bob Blacklaw and Dennis Farr. But there's no catching McCubbin at the moment. He's going away from Rush. He's pulling away. It's all Graham McCubbin at the moment, and Rush is in danger of being passed by Blacklaw. Blacklaw staying with Rush at the moment. It's all Graham McCubbin. We've got a flying lap time on McCubbin at the moment. Round the outside of the lap car he goes, and here's Graham McCubbin scorching down the main straight in 1 to go. Graham McCubbin leading away from Gary Rush, and the checkered flag going out. 2 to go. Graham McCubbin, Gary Rush, Bobby Blacklaw. And the white flag is out. 1 to go from here. McCubbin, Rush, Blacklaw. No catching McCubbin at the moment. It's an all-over victory. And the Victorian's going to wrap it up. Victorian driver Graham McCubbin first. Second place goes to Gary Rush. Third place to Bob Blacklaw. Fourth place is going to go to Dennis Farr. Fifth will be Terry Becker. And then comes Dave Latta.
Well, great stuff indeed by the Victorian. That's Graham McCubbin, and at no time during that race did any other driver appear to be able to get to him.
Thank you very much, Rod, and Graham has stepped from the car and walked his weary way over here. Graham, on behalf of the Newcastle International Motordrome, congratulations on a very fine drive. You've had a pretty consistent record here at the Newcastle International Motordrome, but tonight you've taken it just one better and you've managed to come home in first place in the second round of the New South Wales Sprintcar Championship. It's my great pleasure on behalf of the Newcastle International Motordrome promotion to present you with this magnificent trophy, and of course that's some pretty important points on the board for you now after that second round, Graham.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Newcastle International Motordrome. We say it different down in Victoria. And I'd also like to thank the New South Wales Sprintcar Drivers Association. I'd like to congratulate Bob and Gary. And I would like to thank the boys who helped me. I got a little bit hot under the collar tonight early. We've done some alterations, and I'd like to thank Tim Moncrief very much for saving me. And that's about all I can say. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Graham. Second place in tonight's event went to Gary Rush, and Gary's not with us at the moment, so we'll make the presentation of third place to Bob Blacklaw, who's standing with us. And by some quick calculations, Bob, I would make it that you'd probably still be narrowly holding the lead after tonight, but of course that is to be confirmed. But you did finish equal first with Dick Britton after the first round at Liverpool, and you finished home in third place tonight, behind Graham McCubbin and Gary Rush, who had to finish behind you at Liverpool. So perhaps you're still the outright leader. We'll wait for that points confirmation to be made. But on behalf of the Newcastle International Motordrome again, it's my very great pleasure to be able to present you with third place in the second round of the New South Wales Sprint Car Championships tonight. Congratulations, Bob.
Thanks, Ross. I'd just like to thank the promotion for the trophy. I'd also like to congratulate Graham McCubbin and Gary Rush, because they're pretty good drivers, and they're up the front, so that's all that counts. They won. I'd just like to thank me crew. They worked very hard today. We've had motor in a million pieces this afternoon. I'd like to thank them for all their help. Also Also Alan Felsh, done me motor. Without him I wouldn't be here. Cogra Tyre Service, Calix Turramurra, Hornsby Diesel Injection Service, Glazer Radiators and Jock McLeod Extractor. So anybody in Sydney, try and see Jack at Calix Turramurra or Hornsby Diesel for all you truckies. Do a good deal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob Blacklaw. We'll hold the presentation of second place to Gary Rush. That just about takes us away from...
They're away. Good start too, and it's Harris that jumps to the front from Jeffrey. But Jeffrey whipped round the outside of Watkins, and Jeffrey, the New South Wales champion, has taken up the running here from Harris, followed by Watkins. Then behind him comes Sullings. Then Gordon Cox. There's trouble. Sullings has wheeled. Whammo! There's a bingle there. Yes, sirree. Oh, boy. It's a night of real action here tonight. They're going There's the green, and they're away. And this time it's Harris that still goes to the front from Watkins in the Mini. There's Carl Jeffrey tucked away nicely. He's looking for the open spaces. Harris kicked away again, and there's Harris going very wide there from Jeffrey, followed by Paul McHugh, who's got through. Remember, McHugh is under the caution flag. Peter Garrett is up there looking to get under Gordon Cox, then Brian Burrell, followed by Unwin. On the outside is Lilford. Going through the middle there is Stu Robertson with a great piece of driving. But round the corner comes the leader, and it's Harris. But there's Carl Jeffrey hurling it into the corner now to take up the running. And that's the current New South Wales title holder, Carl Jeffrey, leading away from Bill Harris, who's doing it very well too. And then Paul McHugh. Behind him comes Peter Garrett. On the outside of Garrett is Gordon Cox. They're followed by Brian Burrell, John Smith, then Stu Robertson. 118 is McEwen. There's Robertson gone very wide, allowing both Unwin and Lilford in underneath him. Third last is Searle. Then we've got, let's have a look, that's Nesbitt second last. And last of all is Watkins. Well, the New South Wales title holder has taken the bit in his teeth now, and he's leapt right away out in front, but McHugh has sorted himself out from the ruck and set sail here after Carl Jeffrey. Bill Harris still hanging on in third place and doing it well too. Followed then by Peter Garrett and Brian Burrell, then Peter Unwin and John Smith in the Monza. And then comes Gordon Cox from Graham Lilford, followed by Stu Robertson, then Don McEwen. Third last is Graham Searle, then Nesbitt, and last of all is Watkins. But it's Carl Jeffrey, the leader. Carl Jeffrey, the current New South Wales title holder, away from the David Datsun car. Paul McHugh driving it, and it's gone. Paul McHugh's Mini is gone. He's pulled out of the event now. That leaves Harris back in second place, and by gee, Harris is doing it very well indeed. 51 is Peter Garrett, 18 is Brian Burrell, 41 is Smith. There's a car trackside. He's gone into the fence, and that's Peter Unwin. Peter Unwin into the fence there, but we can run under the green here. I think Unwin's far enough out. No, he isn't. They're away. Jeffrey once again jumps to the lead, but it's Brian Burrell that gains a place, and so too does Stu Robertson and Graham Lilford, looking for Harris, who's dropped back now to fifth spot. But it's Carl Jeffrey, the leader. Jeffrey away here from Brian Burrell in the car 18, followed by Stu Robertson. Then comes Graham Lilford from Harris, Gordon Cox, Don McEwen, Graham Searle, followed then by John Nesbitt, and last of all is Tony Watkins. Down the back straight away they go with 5 laps to run from here. 5 laps to run, and it's still Carl Jeffrey, the leader. Jeffrey away here from Brian. Burrell's underneath him. Burrell has dived in underneath Jeffrey, but Jeffrey closed it up again. Bucks didn't have enough to go on with it. There was a great belch of sound out of a car there. Hey? It could well have been a tyre, but it's still Carl Jeffrey. Jeffrey and Burrell, followed by Stu Robertson, then Graham Lilford, followed by Bill Harris, Gordon Cox, Don McEwen, Graham Searle, John Nesbitt, and Peter, at least Watkins, bringing up the rear. But all interest up front here, and a great tussle going on between these 4 lead cars. There's Lilford trying to make it a little more difficult there for Stuart Robertson, but it's Carl Jeffrey that hangs on to the lead. Carl Jeffrey, the New South Wales champion, away from Brian Burrell in the Little Mini, and the Mini is sandwiched between this the car of Jeffrey and Stu Robertson. Burrell looking for the inside, but that's classic driving by Jeffrey. He tidies it up as they take it into the corner there, and he puts that tyre well up alongside the windrow, not allowing Burrell any room at all. But it's Jeffrey with one to go from Burrell, followed then by Stu Robertson and Graham Lilford, and all the interest is up there. Don McEwen well back, and so is the rest of the field. But it's Jeffrey the leader, and he might hang on long enough to win it, I'd say. The checkered flag is coming out, and it's Carl Jeffrey, the New South Wales title holder, in 7, from Burrell in 18, Stu Robertson in 4, Graham Lilford in 67, McEwen in 118, 20 is Gordon Cox, Bill Harris in 15, and Graham Searle in 79. Well, a good win to the New South Wales champion, Carl Jeffries, and a fine drive there too by Bugs Burrell, who obviously overcome the pain of that injured arm, and an equally good performance by Stuart Robertson in 3rd place. Here's Ross for the official placings.
Well, New South Wales champ Carl Jeffrey doing his lap of honour. Let's have a round of applause for Carl. That's a fine win.